Good afternoon, I hope everyone's well today. I wanted to make a slightly different video than I would normally make. Okay, this one is pure opinion and this is just my view. Take it or leave it. Having said that, I want to talk a bit about the Commonwealth and specifically Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and not a Commonwealth country, but the United States of America. What do all of these countries have in common? Well, first of all, we all speak a common language, English. We all inherited common law from us, the best country in the world, the UK. You're welcome, by the way, you're welcome. And these four countries, along with Spain, are the countries that, if you're leaving the United Kingdom, you move to. Okay? Are we suggesting, are the liberal class, are they suggesting that anybody who moves to Canada, New Zealand, Australia, America, or Spain are racist? Because they're moving to predominantly white countries that speak English? No, I don't think they would, because these are the countries that they would likely move to if they were to move out of the United Kingdom. That is what we like to call hypocrisy. That's point number one I want to make. Point number two, I want to say it's incredible foresight on the United Kingdom's behalf that we actually set up successor states all over the world from us, the aforementioned Five Eyes. Okay? Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and America, along with Britain, are the Five Eyes, which is a security alliance, which is basically our security services share intel with these countries all over the world. Okay, that's important. What I would also say is very, very, very important is when we were taken into the European Union, the EEC, back in the 70s, it was done without a referendum, okay? And it was done at great detriment to the Commonwealth. There was no public consultation with British people on that betrayal. We betrayed these countries that we gave birth to. We betrayed them and basically severed economic ties with them for our own bottom line. I think that was a mistake, and I think that was a travesty, and I'm surprised that any of these countries are still talking to us after that betrayal. That's just my opinion. What do I know? I'm just a fool in Cheshire making a point that I'd like to apologise to these countries. I'd like to put that on record and say, I apologise, it was not my decision and I wouldn't have made that decision. Okay? What I would also say is, there are more important things than the bottom financial line of a country. Okay? There are more important things at stake than the bottom line of a country. There just is. And I'm surprised that the left or the liberal elites always gloss over that. It's just more important that we are safe and secure in our country than our economy continuing to grow at an advanced rate. I would say it's more important to maintain a level of security, risk versus reward, than opening the country to all and sundry. Anyone can set up shop here. You're not going to be deported because you contribute to the economy. No, that's a false argument, and that's an argument I could never and would never make. Back to my point of reuniting the empire, or the Commonwealth, whatever you want to phrase it. It makes economic sense because not all trade is by freight. A lot of trade now is via online transactions, banking, services, can all be done remotely, can all be done online. Okay? So when people say, well, they're on the other side of the planet, well, yeah, they are. Hello. But we can communicate with each other through interweb. You don't have to send, I don't know, some maple syrups from Canada to England to say, yes, we're trading with you. You can trade online. You can contribute to each other's time and economies through interweb and other methods that aren't physical. There are other ways to do it. Okay? The communications network that the internet has provided the world is our invention. That's another thing a lot of people don't like to brag about, but I will brag about it. We invented the World Wide Web. You're welcome, world, and yes, it is great. So yeah, I don't think it will happen tomorrow. It might happen next year. It might happen in 10 years' time. I think you're going to see a closer alignment of like-minded countries like Australia, like Canada, like America, like New Zealand, and like the United Kingdom, reuniting the Commonwealth in a more meaningful way. That is my view. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, and give me a subscribe. What's not to love about Australia? They've got the best sharks, and they did have Dame Edna as well. And sometimes they were the same thing, like in Finding Nemo. Then you look at New Zealand, and they gave us a Middle Earth, and it's like the best thing ever. It just is the best, or one of the best movies ever, and it just looks so magical. Okay, so you've got a positive and you've got a negative with New Zealand. The positive is it gave us Middle Earth, but then you've got a mouthpiece for the government who says the government should be the only source of information that you can trust, which I don't believe. I've never believed that. So there's pluses and negatives with New Zealand. And then you look at America. Yes, they love the guns. I don't understand it personally. I mean, we have guns in Britain, but it's not like it is in America. A lot of people think that we can't have guns in Britain. We can have guns. They're just regulated as I think they should be. But that's just my opinion. Okay. Then you look at Canada. Well, they give us the X-Files, the lovely locations for the X-Files. And they gave us Margot Kidder for Superman. And they gave us maple syrup. What's not to like about Canada? Again, the calibre of politicians in America is 50-50, depending who you vote for. And then you look at Canada, and their calibre of politicians leaves a lot to be desired. So yes, as the mother country, there are pluses and minuses of our successor states, and there is room for improvements. But yeah, broadly speaking, I prefer the Commonwealth to the EU, and I am focusing on the cans-up countries because, as I previously mentioned, they're the countries that most people in Britain would live in, outside of Britain. Okay? So if you think I'm racist, you're also calling anybody that emigrates from the United Kingdom to any of these 4 countries racist as well. So bear that in mind when you comment on the video. Anyway, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.